I'm so tired. I'm so tired of all these new all-time highs in gold. We'll be talking about the new all-time highs in gold and how it's getting close to a short-term peak. We'll also take a look at the price of silver, platinum as well, and we'll do a chart request or two. Maybe if you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below, people. It's the easiest way to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. But in the first 1 minute of the show, we do what we call here the synchronized slurp. You grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage, we slurp them synchronously together wherever you are in the world. It is the honor system. You must do it audibly. If you're in a meeting, if you're in the shower, why would you be in the shower? I don't know how that works, but you never know. It's possible. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, slurp it, baby. Can you hear me? Can you see me? All that good stuff. Pop a comment below. We do the shout outs in the first couple of minutes of the show because this is the GMS family. We're all part of the same family. Hit the big red subscribe button to join said GMS family. 783 subscribers as I think of right now. We're shooting towards the 1,000. At the 1,000 mark, we will do another silver giveaway of a 1 ounce something. It's going to be awesome. And of course, you're joining the winning team because this is your week daily live morning show with me, Joe Main. I've worked in the precious metals industry here in Australia, over 3 major bullion dealers over 11 years. I've been stacking for longer than that. I'm part of the whole community. We're creating our own community as well. Lots to talk about. Let's do the shout outs. Great to see everyone here. Let's see. CT GMS y'all. He says y'all because he's from the Lone Star State in Texas, in good old America. Have to catch the replay. No problem. Mark Florida, who is from Florida, Florida man. GMS watching what I can tonight, especially interested in this topic, more than the usual daily GMS interest, but life is intruding more these days. Yeah, life happens, and that's why I do it live. If you can join me live, you join me live, and if you're not, you just watch the replay and use the time codes. It's so easy. GMS howdy chat fam. Looks like Joe's internet is no, is it? No good? Am I buffering? Oh no. Tell me. I would like to know. Tell me, am I buffering? Morning, Jason. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. Am I buffering? Are we having a little bit of an issue here? Leave a comment below if you can see me, if you can hear me. What I'm going to do, and hit the like button too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check my own stream. I'm going to check my own live stream to see if it's coming through okay. So I'm about to look at myself in about a delayed thing. Yeah, no, it seems to be okay. It doesn't seem to be buffering. So make sure you leave the comments below to let me know that whether you can see me and hear me. It's looking okay from my end as far as I'm aware. Hey, people, let's talk about it. Let's talk about gold's new all-time high. I'm so tired of this winning, aren't you? But it is looking peaky, and we're getting close to a short-term peak. We'll share the screen now. We're going to do live gold, silver, platinum analysis, and then I will take a chart request, maybe 2, probably just 1. We were talking about something called osmium yesterday, but I want to have a very specific topic on that. So we may not look at the osmium chart today. Let's save that for an osmium specific thing. I don't even know what it is, but we'll save it for that. Again, get your comments below, people. I really want to hear from you. So we're going to share the screen. And of course, as you know, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, and WealthStack, wealthstack.com. You may hear a little bit about them, a little bit more in the show. Jason says, was a bit buffery at the start. Okay now. Well, yeah, Daddy's going to get Starlink. I'm getting Starlink, man. I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet. I keep going, it's double the price plus that. But look, double the price, but for the value you get, it must be amazing. And I think I'm going to have to redo the time code. GMS, we've got a few more people in. GMS says Tony Peterson. A little at the start seems to have cleared up. Fantastic. Seems fine, says Minister 988. It's been a while since I've seen you on the show. It's great to see you. Of course, my lovely people, super chats are open, and I'd love it if you want to buy me a coffee as well. Buymeacoffee.com/goodmorningstackers helps to support the show, and if you like what I do, support what you love. Also, what's going to come? It's coming really soon. I promise. Hang on, what am I doing? I don't want to share that. That's the wrong one. Oh, man. That was sharing that thing. I don't want to share that. What I want to do is, and I will be, the private membership program is coming. I'm getting my bum into gear, and I'm going to try and set it up all tonight and figure it all out and hopefully offer it to you tomorrow, latest the start of next week. Okay, private membership, exclusive content, spicier stuff, political stuff and all that if you're interested. All my extracurricular activities that I'm into. And of course, the incredible discounts from Perth Bullion Exchange. You can't get discounts like this from any other bullion dealer. Perth Bullion Exchange already one of the lowest prices, but what you're getting for what you pay for my membership thing with exclusive, completely rolling on permanent discounts for members of my private program, it's so worth it. Anyway, I'll be launching all that really soon. Nice shirt. Thanks, man. I decided to go one button undone. I just like, instead of doing this, like, hello, hi. I just thought, like, hi, how you going? Yeah, I'm a singer in a band. I did a month's worth of super chat. I did a month's worth of super chat via bank account, Joe. You did a month's worth of super chat via bank account? I wonder what that means, but I will get a clarification from you. All right, now we've got some more people watching, and fantastic. And Gerald Osmium gave you a shout out on. Oh my God, really? So Gerald gave me a shout out on Lynette Zhang live this morning. Was Gerald? Was that on the live chat, or was he a guest on the show, or was it just? Was he? Not that it's just. It's not a bad thing. It's like only. But did he do a little live chat or like a super chat something like that on Lynette Zhang's live show this morning? That's amazing. Well, thank you, Gerald. That's awesome. We're definitely going to get Gerald on the show to talk about osmium. I'll read your further comments. I've got to get into. Let's talk about the gold new all-time high. And I'm just so tired of it. Are you tired? I'm tired of all this winning. But gold is coming towards a short-term peak. Okay, I've been saying it for a while. It's looking peaky. For a number of weeks now, I've been saying it's looking peaky anywhere from here until a certain level. Let's go take a look at that level. Let's do live gold, silver, platinum analysis. And then I will take probably one chart request, I think. And of course, keep letting me know if the audio drops out or if the video drops out or anything like that. Let's share the screen, people. My funky, wonderful GMS family. Sharing the screen. Here we go. Here is gold on the monthly time frame. Price in USD 2,774 US dollars. Out of interest for my Australian goers, that's 4,229 Australian dollars. I'm going to show this in a sec. I'm going to go back to this as well. So you're going to get gold in US dollars and Australian dollars today because a lot of this is Good Morning Stackers. It's a worldwide show, but I am based in Australia, in Melbourne in Australia. So here it is very quickly. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I posted this on the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum. I post it there every single morning. If you're an Australian stacker and you're not part of the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia forum, the real one, which currently has around about 8.3 thousand members, don't get fooled by ones that have more or less. Okay. GMS, I'm tired of all these all-time highs. Gold posting new all-time high in USD and closing in on a short-term peak. Have been saying for weeks now that it looks peaky, but with room to move to the $2,875 to $3,000 level. I remain with that call, give or take a little. Okay, that's basically that. Okay, right here. Now, why is it? If you've been wondering, if I haven't mentioned for a while, there's your $2,875 to $3,000 window. Okay, that's where I think it will peak roughly at. Sorry, let me start that again. I've been saying anywhere from breaking the mother of all trend lines, which is the one that goes back to 1980. Okay, 1980 through the 2011 peak, and there. Since we got to the mother of all trend lines, I said it's looking peaky from here. Doesn't mean it peaks there, but you've got room to move up to that $2,875 to $3,000 level. I'm still remaining with that. Look, you can have a little overshoot. Okay. $200 overshoot, yeah, sure, but I'm going to leave it at that. why. And I'm going to show you again, just for the people who do not know why. Let's see if I can get that, if it's going to show me, if it's going to let me show you. 2008 fib? No, the 2011 fib? No, I want the long term. No, it's not that one. I want the 1980s fib. Where are we? 1980s fib. 1980s fib. There you go. That's why. Right there. See that? That is a very clear... why do I have that drawn in? I'm going to get rid of that for the moment. I have that in for some reason. Give me a second. Yeah, that was that level. Okay, don't worry about that. Ignore that little blue line. Because of this. Why? 1980. 1990s, early 2000s. Late 90s, early 2000s. Peak there, trough there. A perfect touch of 1,800 something, 1,900 something of the 2.618. I think it's still valid, and I'm going to keep it as valid. Now, I could be completely wrong, but the 4.236 is at $2,873.25. It's not perfect, right? So I'm calling it 28.75. You could call it 28.80. You could call it 29 if you want, but around about there. And that's the reason why I'm calling from between there and 3,000. Why 3,000? It's just the psychological value. Can you imagine? Look at the psychological value of that 2,000-ish mark. Okay, gold back here in August of 2020, when gold hit over $2,000 for the first time, it was a quick peak, and it spiked to about 2,070, 2,080, and then a quick thing. Then double top, right? Then triple top, but triple tops aren't a thing. You had a retracement, right? And then onwards and upwards. A triple tops usually aren't a thing where you have a significant price decline or a significant time gap, okay, before new all-time highs. Triple tops, you don't call that a triple top really, because that didn't really go down all that much. So what was I saying? 3,000 psychological value, I think, will be an area. Okay, again, you could give it $100 or $200 more, because don't forget, the higher you go, a 100. So for example, write down, if we were at $1,000, I'm just giving you stupid mathematical lessons, which you all understand. If we were at $1,000 and then it peaked to, if I said, there's the $1,000 psychological value, right? And then it peaks to 1,100. Well, that's a 10% move, okay? 1,000 to 1,100 is a 10% move. When you get from $2,000 to $2,070, well, that's less than a 10% move. So if you get to the $3,000 value, psychological, and you maybe spike to say 3,100, 3,200, well, that's not even a 10%, difference. Okay, so that's why you've got to allow, the higher the dollar price, the higher the price. Those gaps, those jumps are less of a percentage. I know you know what I'm talking about. So there, 28.75 to 3,000. I'm still calling it as the peakish from there. Could peak from here, but anywhere up to there. Cool. That's good. So that's where we are closing in. We are getting close to a short-term peak. What happens from here for my new subscribers? And just so you know, down here, have a look on the relative strength index on the monthly time frame. We have already been extremely overvalued for a while. You can go higher. Okay, I've drawn in this line here, which is kind of an average, this blue line, and we're getting very close to it. Now, out of interest though, you can go back. You can go back to, where are we? Is this 1980? Yeah, you can go back to the 1970s, and you can see how you have higher moves on the relative strength index. But since 2006, you've never gone above this horizontal line. Okay, right there. Peak, peak, peak. Okay, we're getting close to that peak now. Seems to all coalescing with a roundabout there. Okay, but maybe you spike above it. I don't know, but we are looking peaky. Look at this move. How many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm talking about around about a year. Okay, that's a huge move. You had a couple of red candles, but look at that. It's a huge move. You will come back and retest. And I think it'll happen from about, again, no higher than around about this area here. And again, this is just for the newbies and for anyone finding this for the first time. Brush, what you really want to see is the following. A peak up to there, and then let's have the retrace from around about here. And that's your retrace, okay? That's what you want to see, and then the bounce off, because that would coincide with approximately Where is my price range? Is that my price range? Yes, it is. Great. That's going to coincide with, let's call it approximately, there's your 3,000. That's about okay, it's only a 10% move. Oh, okay. I'd rather it dip further. A 10% move from there. Okay. Yeah. I'd rather it see, what I'd really want to see for a healthy move is actually breaking down back through. I'm talking percentage, 20% move. And I'm not saying this is happening, but back down to roughly here. Kind of your 20% move is more likely for a larger retrace, I should say. And maybe that's a false breakdown. But really, I'll take the 10% because what we really don't want to see is preferably not a break below the mother of all trend lines. That would be lovely though, please. That would be a great setup, okay? And that. So that's gold. It is getting close to a peak. On the daily time frame, let's go into the intraday, and it looks like it's really just, as I said yesterday, looking like it's just a magnet that's sucking it right up to that 28.75 level and anywhere up to that $3,000 level. It seems at this point, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Don't listen to me, not financial advice. And as I've said, anywhere from here is peaky. If it dumps from here, do not be surprised whatsoever. I am not saying it's going there. It's got room to move. Good. Get it. Got it. Good. That's gold. Let's take a look at silver on the daily time frame. $34.45 US. No, sorry. I did say I'd look at gold in Australian dollars. My apologies. We'll come back to silver in a sec. Forget that time code. Gold on the monthly time frame in Australian dollars, 4,229 US dollars. It will, in my humble non-financial advice opinion, butt up against this trend line right here. I don't know if that will be the peak for a little, but as I've drawn in previously, you might see something like that. Hey, I'd love for it to do the following and do a similar thing like it did with gold and break its mother of all trend lines first and do that thing, okay? But we're just, again, the Australian dollar and all foreign currencies float against the USD because then you've got that second factor to keep in mind. What's the Australian dollar doing against the USD? I'm going to show you that in just a second because that's looking interesting too. But we're coming up to, and I've been calling it around about that $4,300, $4,400 mark. Okay, so we're getting towards a short-term peak in USD gold. We're getting towards the short-term peak in AUD gold too. Watch out for that 4,400-ish kind of mark. Cool. Let's go to silver in USD monthly time frame, $34.45 US cents. Looking good. Let me show you on the daily. Right, I did it again. Right here, people. Looking great. Beautiful move. We're above 32.50. It's looking good so far. Bear in mind, we've been extremely overvalued. We've just peeked our head into it, okay? But you can certainly turn around and spend lots of time in extremely overvalued on the daily time frame. And I will show you the weekly and the monthly. We're not even in that territory just yet. That's why I've been saying, watch for the move for 37 to 40 US dollars. Bit of a range, I know, but I'm just, I like to stay conservative with the key level that I'm looking out for at $38.50. It's a very key Fibonacci, just like I showed you from the 1980s to the late 2000s in gold. This is a similar 1980s, early 90s key Fibonacci levels, okay? $38.50. Many of you believe that it will shoot straight to 50. Could absolutely do that in 2024. I remain conservative just for the moment. I'm pretty conservative in lots of things these days. So we're so far so good. What do we need to see? I'm going to do really intraday stuff here. Okay, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Really small stuff. So look, ignore this smaller term noise, okay? And this is the paper price. You're buying physical. You've got to take into account premiums and all that, okay? And welcome to all my Reddit subscribers, Wall Street Silver and Silver DJing Club, who are all about physical, and I am too, pretty much. But out of interest, on the very intraday, I just like to show you this stuff. we failed to close. Ah, gee. What do you know? Yesterday, we failed to close. It was a 4-hour time frame. We failed to close above the 0.786. That has yet again remained a little bit of resistance. So what we need to see for all-time high, new all-time highs coming, not all-time highs, for the silver price to pump more today and tomorrow, we need to see it break above that 34.50 mark. It's looking all right. On the 4-hour, we're creeping up. On the 1-hour, we are not in extremely overvalued territory yet, so we can get into there. So that can easily push it above the 34.50 level. And then that would say, if we close, I'd say hourly timeframes. Yeah, if we close hourly timeframes. So this is real intraday level stuff, okay? But I just want you to have a look at it and see, and we'll see tomorrow whether I was correct. Could be completely wrong. But I would suggest, this is so interesting. This stuff works on the intraday as well, okay? This is the 1-hour time frame. Failure to close any hour in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the last 8 hours, failure to close any hour above the 0.786 from this high and this low. So I'm going to make a claim that when we close any hour within the next 24 hours above 34.48, call it 34.50, we start closing above 34.50, so 34.51, 34.52, that signals to me a new high above that 38 recent high. That's coming in 24 hours. Okay, so you close any hour above there, it's going to shoot up probably through there, in my humble non-financial advice opinion. Got it? And I would love to be tested on that. I could be completely wrong, but that makes the most sense to me. So far so good. Watch out for your 37 to 40 with the $38.50 key fib. Let's stay above 32.50, please, and above that trend line. If we ever get down below here, we'll talk about the lower prices, and that's it. Cool. That is silver. Let's do platinum. Platinum on the daily is still looking, man, it's looking really good. I'm in excited mode. We are looking great for platinum. I have to remain with my calls while we're in this area here between my final hurdle of 1,115 and this downtrend line, which goes back to February of 2001. That is my excited zone. I think I've popped it in there at one point, but I should write in there excited zone. I'm really excited for platinum. Okay. It does fake me out a lot, like Lucy in the football. It pulls it out from me, but it's looking really good at this stage, particularly seeing as though we had the breakout and retest right here. We had the breakout of the 2021 trend line and then the perfect bang on retest of it. And that also coincided with the close above here line, which was 1005, which was based on this resistance level and this resistance level. It was bang on it, okay? And we are rocking and rolling. And as I did say, this, which was it here? Yes, this left shoulder, head, right shoulder was an invalidated head and shoulders pattern. Therefore, we saw, no, was it there? No, it wasn't there, sorry. Was it that one? No, it was here. Sorry, that was the longer one. It was here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder was looking like it was playing out, but we broke above the right shoulder, broke above here, so that's invalidated. So I'm saying higher prices coming. I've been saying that since we invalidated that head and shoulders pattern, and we're moving towards the final hurdle. Final hurdle, 1,115. Close any month above 1,115. Full bull. I've been saying that I will not buy any more platinum until we're either above 1,115 or until we head back into, which we may not now, the best buy zone. That's my rectangle. Go away. Right there. My best buy zone of 900 to 700. It's not looking likely at this stage that we'll ever get back into the best buy zone. Okay. I won't say never. Okay. But while we're above here, best buy zone, 5% chance at this stage. While we're above here, it's looking great. And if we start closing, final hurdles, I'll say 1% chance of ever getting back into the best buy zone for platinum. Okay, but I'm not buying until we get into here or until we're above here. I'm getting a little antsy though. I'm telling you right now, I'm getting a little antsy, and it's my emotions are getting the better of me. I really want to buy some platinum here. I've got to try and stick with my mental plan. But what did I do recently? I did buy into a very small amount into a palladium and platinum mining company called Sibanye-Stillwater, SBSW. So I guess maybe technically I bought a little platinum, but mainly it was for the palladium play. But I did talk about that on a previous show. So anyway, that's it. Looking great. Don't close below the February 2021 trend line. If we do, that best buy zone is looking closer, okay? And I would say that your horizontal level, it's your 945 as I've had previous in, right? There, 945, 945. Nope, 945. Oh, get off. Right. There it is, the 9. Nope, it's not. It's right. Nope, anyway, it's not there. $945 would be a line in the sand to look at horizontal right there. So if we break back below the February 2021 trend line, you wouldn't want to close anywhere below 945. And if you do, very likely we go into the belly of the best buy zone. But we're not there, so that's great. We're in the getting excited zone for platinum. I'm loving it. Hope you're loving it too. That's gold, silver, platinum. Let's do gold to silver ratio because gold to silver ratio. Well, gee, what do you know? We found that resistance and it's continued to be resistance at that 82 level. Of course, below here, below 80.5, confirms long-term silver dominance. I need to see it close. Look, it's great. Look, yesterday we closed the day below it. That is incredibly positive for the gold to silver ratio to keep going down. I'd really like to confirm a week. Obviously, the more you confirm it on the longer time frames, the better it is. So daily's good. I'd love to confirm closing below a week. That's really good. And ultimate seal in the deal, you close below here on a monthly. That's just telling me blop, 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 blop eventually. Okay. Now, I could be all wrong on this, of course, because I'm just one person. But so far, so good for silver's long-term dominance against gold. And we just don't want to see it crack back up through here. No higher than here, please, of that 82 level, because then that would signal a move back up to at least that 83.5 level. Definitely don't break here, thanks. Do you like my technical terms? Definitely don't break here, thanks, because then that would really signal gold's, continuing to just outshine silver for a while, okay? But so far, so good, and looking for the moves eventually down to silver's final trapdoor, 70, and then eventually all the way down to 50 is where I would consider swapping some of my silver for gold. Not all of it, but a portion of. That is the gold to silver ratio. Finally, I want to show you for the Aussies, the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Wow. Wow. What a fake out. That is a fake out. Oftentimes from a failed move comes a fast move in the opposite direction, and what a fast move that's been. So that's why this is good for us precious metal stackers. It's good for anyone holding assets that are mainly denominated in USD. Precious metals are world's reserve currency. Okay, so it's good for French people. It's good for German people. It's good for anyone else in the United States. If your currency is weakening against the US dollar, the value of your precious metals in your foreign currency is going is better, okay? Of course, both gold could be going down in USD, but if it's weakening, if our currency is weakening, I'm not going to go. Anyway, it's looking good. Gold's going. The ultimate scenario is that gold's going up in USD, and then the Australian dollar is weakening against USD, which it is. So we're seeing our AUD price go even higher. So it's kind of like outperforming, if that makes sense. Not really, it's not really technically that, but you know what I mean? But look at this. So we have, and we might get another test of here. If you have another test of here, we might be tanking, people. We might be tanking to 60. And look at this on the relative strength index. On the monthly time frame, it is trending down. Look, the general trend is still up. We haven't broken it. Okay, so this could be a fake out right here. So this could be a fake out of a fake out. So keep that in mind. We're not below there. You start cracking below there, which would be below this uptrend line right here, that yellow line. Man, we're heading down to 60. and you'd be watching for a bounce there. And that would probably be a decent bounce for a while, okay? So watch for probably no lower than 60 for a bit if we break that level. And again, that's good for assets denominated in USD. However, what's going on with the rest of the economy when that's happening? So you've got a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So that's the AUD USD price. I've done all my metals, and we've talked about the topic of gold getting closer to its peak. So I'm going to check some comments, and I'm going to get some chart requests now. Probably I'm not going to do the osmium chart. Okay, so let's get a chart request in. We'll look at something else. Bitcoin is valued in USD as well. Yes, it is. Whale Psychiatrist says Bitcoin is valued in USD as well. Yes, it is. So, if you buy US stock, then denominated in USD. Anything you buy in USD is denominated in USD. And Bitcoin, Bitcoin is usually denominated in USD. So same thing. A weakening Australian dollar against the USD is better for people's Bitcoin holdings in AUD as well. So yeah. Let's go back a little bit. I love that Whale Psychiatrist. Oh, you're that guy? You're the guy that changes his name. So, you're the name changer that keeps an ounce of gold by the keyboard. Yes, it's Whale Psychiatrist. Changes his name every single time. Great to see you back on the channel. Nakas O'Reilly says a dip would be fantastic. It might be fantastic for you. That's right. Yes, new high, 2,775. You can never have enough precious shiny. I do agree. Desi says, I don't know if I'll ever have enough, Pete. Man, I just totally agree with that. I'd be happy to buy at the new floor of 48 Australian dollars per silver ounce. I'm waiting on the dip. Good on you. Lots of people. Fantastic. And it's so great to see so many of you. My budgies, Kiflog and Blanco. My budgies. Oh, your budgies' names are Kiflog and Blanco. Well, hello, Kiflo and Blanco. Can you show a chart in CHF too? Oh, yeah, all right. Why not? Just very quickly. Pete says, Draper said just in the chat. Well, that's great. That's fantastic. Yes, fantastic. All right. So can you show a chart in CHF? Let me see if I can do that. Sure. Just for you. CHF. What's CHF currency again? That's a good question. Let's go gold CHF. Okay. Here's gold in CHF. What's CHF again? Can someone tell me what CHF is? Because I don't remember the ticker. But anyway, that's gold in CHF right there. 2,405 CHF. Well, whatever that is. This one thing only goes back to 2006. So I don't have a lot of historical data to look at trend lines and things like that. So I'm only basing it on 2006. But that's a very clear trend line right there. The very clear support levels of... you've got that right there. Okay, we've broken through. And I can't tell you, I don't have previous historical history to show you a mother of all trend lines. It's probably roughly the similar. Okay, so you're looking, now look, and out of interest in CHF, you are already in extremely overvalued on CHF. So I'm going to say it's probably going to be like AUD, right? Most foreign currencies now are in all-time highs in their currencies in terms of gold. And USD is too. Okay, USD is looking short-term peaky. That means very likely CHF, AUD, and every other damn foreign currency is looking a little peaky right now. Unless something really crazy happened to the... Let me go back to the screen. Unless something really crazy happened to in the economy where our foreign currencies continue like massively weaken against the USD. So let's say gold in USD. Is that what I was saying? Yes. So if gold was having a dip, right, but then for some reason something crazy is happening in the economy where we're continuing to weaken against the USD, and that would kind of not see the dip as much. So maybe you could even pump it. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so yes, you're going to see a short-term dip in your CHF. I don't know where to though. On 14th of October, I deposited, Joe. I don't know what you're talking about. You may have to send me an email on that. Are you saying you didn't you deposited into my account? I don't think you're saying you deposited anything into my account. I don't think so. Let's see. I should do a 2010 ounce unboxing. Wow, when your order from BN arrives, that'd be cool. I was buffering. Sorry, gang. My apologies. Exciting time for us stackers. I could not agree more. Yep, finally looks like the rocket ship may be warming up its engines, Desi. A Starship style, 33 Raptor engine. So cool. To the moon. To the moon! Now, great comment, Desi. What a great comment. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, I didn't read that fully. Whenever I feel it's reached the peak, it just keeps going. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Watch your emotions, everyone. Watch your emotions. If you're starting to feel very euphoric, now's the time to start watching your emotions. Okay? Are you feeling like, oh, silver's at $50, gold's at $3,000? Oh my God, this is our gold in Australian dollars. It's hit 4,400, 4,500, 5,000. Oh my God. Start watching. Just listening to your euphoria. Okay? I don't think we're anywhere near major euphoria yet. This is a short-term peak. Let's go down. Comments and any requests, chart requests. Hey, that's not nice. Tony Pearson says, I hope we see Lucy appear with the platinum chart. No more Lucy. No more Lucy. What kind of company? I don't know what that's in relation to. That's okay. Lucy's Platinum Football says gold is money. Everything else is a derivative. True dat, whale. Let's see. Okay, Pete Repeat has asked for. Oh, great. Excellent. UROY, NASDAQ, Uranium. So CHF was the Swiss franc. Could have been the Swiss franc, okay? Joe, you need to scroll up to last read, then read down so the convo flows in proper order. Yes, I will do that. And I've been doing that. Sorry. My apologies. Yes, CHF is the Swiss franc. Okay, we've had a comment. Why would you pay into my bank account? I last paid into Joe on FB. What are you giving me? What? Thought I'd surprise you with a nice little dollar gift. A show of appreciation. What? Are you serious? When did you do this? You said the 14th. I have got to check my... Tony, if you've done that, what you say you haven't, I don't doubt you. If you've done that, I haven't checked my bank account and I haven't seen an number go through. 1 second. Give me a second, people. Now, you can't see the screen, so that's good. So I can't show you my bank details. Excuse me. I'm just gonna randomly check my bank account. What did you do, Tony? And I won't mention the amount, but what did you do? 14th of October. What the blazes? Page 1? No. Page 2. Tony Peterson, what the blazes did you do on the 14th of October? I'm so sorry. This is the first time I've seen that. Tony Peterson, what a legend. That is so incredibly nice of you. I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell you. Tony Peterson, very nice. Because we've traded before with each other. So, I've sold stuff to Tony and all that. So she has my bank account details. Tony put 100 Australian dollars into my bank account on the 14th of October. Wow. That is amazing. And thank you. Goodness me. Wow. That's really nice. And I didn't see it, and I apologize. And you didn't tell me, so you were just maybe waiting for me to see it, or you're one of those people, Tony, that doesn't even need the thank you and all that. But from the bottom of my heart, I highly thank you very much. It's incredibly appreciated. So, and every bit helps with the show and all that, just living and life and all that. I've got my clients and I've got all this stuff, and I've got brand sponsors and all that. But hey, every little thing helps, and thank you so much. That's really nice. So, big ups to Tony Peterson. Don't forget, Tony, and this is interesting. I talked about this on the show before even seeing this. I want to have you on the show, by the way, and I did mention this yesterday or the day before. She said, oh, thank God it was the right account. Yes, it was. Thank you. Pete repairs Joe has that much money he doesn't notice. No, I don't. I just don't check my bank account every day. That is lovely. So thank you so much. What an absolute legend, Tony. And I really, if you want to, I really want to get you on the show to talk about your time working in gold mines and all that kind of stuff. I want to see that photo of you holding up the two, I think it was 30-ounce bars of gold, I think it was. So Tony, I want to get you on the show anyway. So I want to get Tony on the show. I want to get that osmium guy on the show. And I want a bunch of people on the show. So, wow. Once again, legendary. Thank you so much. Goodness me. Threw me for a 6 there. So we are going to do a chart request. Chart request time, people. We're going to look at UROY. On the NASDAQ, it is a uranium play. I love my uranium. I was in uranium for a bit. I got out in a little short-term peak, and I haven't gotten back in. To my detriment, I think it's gone up more since then. I am keeping aware of the uranium thing. I'm just looking at my ratios of things to other things at the moment. So I'm not sure if uranium's the place to be to up my silver ounces. I'm not sure if it's the place to be to up other things just yet, but I am keeping a tight look on it. So let's look at UROY, uranium. If you are not even thinking about uranium sector, you need to be thinking about the uranium sector, people. And if it's thinking about it just in terms of, I just want to keep an eye on it, of the ratios of other things, is it starting to outperform my silver stack? Or maybe you just want to put a separate investment into uranium. Why uranium? Nuclear energy, people. It is coming back, and it's been coming back for a bunch of years, okay? Slowly but surely. Since around about 2015, 2016-ish, when people started talking about it again, new nuclear technology, the small nuclear reactors, the small modular reactors, the SMRs, the Generation 4 nuclear can't melt down. It's not even possible. The Generation 3 nuclear that has already been in existence for decades now has never had a problem. The only problems that have ever been with nuclear have been Generation 1 and Generation 2. Generation 1, Chernobyl. Generation 2, Fukushima. France has been mostly nuclear, Generation 3 nuclear, for decades. For a very long time, never had a problem. Okay? So you could spin up Gen 3 nuclear. God, I hate saying the word. Plants, it takes a while, but you could spin those up and you probably won't have an issue. But the Gen 4, the SMRs, they can't melt down. They just shut down the power. There's no meltdown thing. It's not a thing. With the thorium reactors, all that kind of stuff, right? So let's take a look. It's just going to get better and better and better in terms of people wanting nuclear again. And so uranium, gee, what do you know, is part of that. So let's take a look at UROY. UROY, share the screen, and let's go look at UROY. UROY on the NASDAQ, right there, Uranium Royalty Corp. UROY, Uranium Royalty Corp on the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at it right here. I'm going to add it to my uranium sector, which is my little purple box stuff. All right, so that's getting instantly added to it. Okay, people, here is, wow, all right, wow. Here is Uranium Royalty Corp in USD, because it's on the NASDAQ, okay, $2.87 US cents. It goes back to, gee, what do you know, March of 2020. Now, this could have a more historical price. I don't know. Maybe it was a new company since January of 2020. I don't know, but this is this particular index on the NASDAQ, right? Goes back to roughly Jan of 2020. You have a low of 57 cents, US cents, and a peak of, what the blazes just happened there? What the fudge just happened there? What's this? Earnings. I don't want that. Go away. Yeah. And a high of, what? Okay, I don't want that. I don't want that. Go away. And a high of $6. So that's a 10 times move. So it moved 10 times. It was 1,000% gain between March of 2020 and and November of 2021. Almost 1,000%, almost a 10 bagger. Congratulations if any of you did that. Great. So let's take a look at the Fibonacci levels. I don't know what this earnings thing is down the bottom. It's annoying me, but go away. I don't want you. No, leave. Whatever. That's a new thing. Let's take a look at Fibonacci from the high and the what looks to be double bottom. That's going to be the low, pretty much. Okay, we're ticking around on the relative strength index as well. The low's in. Okay, I can confidently tell you, 99% sure that the low is in for uranium, but particularly the low is in for Uranium Royalty Corp. I'm calling it right now. The low's in, people. Okay, you're not going to come back down here. In my humble non-financial advice opinion, I could be wrong. So let's take it from the high and the obvious new bottom. Okay, right there. Any levels of confluence? Let's see. That's on the monthly. Let's take it to the weekly. Yes, there are. There's a little bit. Okay, so very clearly, it's close to the bottom. Is that close enough for Jazz? Yeah. Okay. It's looking close enough. If I were trying, let me just give you an example. If I do this, right? Look over here. If I do this, and if I saw this move, okay, I saw that, and then if I saw, say, that peak right there, so that, and that, and I went, I'm going to try and predict a low price. I'm going to try and predict the low for Uranium Royalty Corp in the future. I'm going to try and predict it, and I'm going to try and predict it based on Fibonacci. What I would do is I would do the following. I'm looking for areas of confluence, right, between the Fibonacci lines. I would actually probably come down to here and there. That's what I'd be doing. Okay, I would come down and go, well, that touches the 0.786 perfectly. That touches, look at that touches the 50 mark, the 0.5 mark perfectly, and that touches 1, so about 1, 2, 3 touches perfectly there, and then I'd be extending it further out. So then what I would do is I'd do the following. I go, okay, that looks like it would be maybe the bottom at $1.70. Then I'd be extending it out to see where we get to. Now, out of interest, we haven't gotten to there yet. Now, that doesn't mean much, okay? It doesn't mean we're tanking to $1.70. So I'm not saying that, okay? So it might be close enough for Jazz. All right, maybe we got down here and maybe in around about 2023, something was happening in terms of regulations and things like that. So something fundamentally was changing. And so we didn't make the technical low there of $1.70 USD. Okay, I'm going to make one slight note of this. Okay, if for some reason we tank in uranium, in general, uranium fundamentals just go down for a bit, and we have another bottom or a lower low in UROY, this particular one, watch for $1.70. I am not saying it's going there. Just watch for it. If for some reason you start closing back down here, you start closing back down through, I would say, that level of around about $2.20, you start closing below there, watch out for that. And I would call that a very short term. That would be like almost like a COVID low spike. To me, this seems like something more like a black swan event spike down to there kind of thing, rather than just a slow and then just a consolidation for a while. That seems like that would be a spike. I'm not saying that is happening at all. Don't think that's happening. This could very likely just be the bottom because maybe something fundamentally changed around here, and that's pretty close. Okay, you've still got close to there, close to there, close to there. So I'm going to call that pretty close. Okay, so we'll do it from this high and this low. So it's all looking good. You would want to call I would say the getting excited line. My getting excited line is going to be there. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. All right, getting excited at around about your $3.75, $3.80 mark. Let's call it right there at, I will call it here. I'll call it here because from that high and that low. So I'll call it here, getting excited, or will I call it final hurdle? Dang, give me a second. No, you see, I would be... No, I'm actually going to call that the... I wouldn't normally do this, I don't think. Give me a moment. On UROY, let me look on the monthly. Hopefully I'm not buffering right now. Let's see, that's just going to work for me. Come on, you slow piece of junk. I'm getting Starlink, people. I'm absolutely getting Starlink. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, I'm going to say... no, I have to stick with my plan. I'm getting excited above here, okay? Getting excited, and this is getting, I'll say getting really excited, okay? For UROY, and I do have to, and I've got to stick with it, people. The 0.786 has just always been a thing for me, okay? You can have relief rallies, dead cat bounces. Again, this is a monthly time frame, so it's very likely not going to be the case. But if I'll keep here as my final hurdle, okay? And I'll call it at the $5 mark. It's a really ultra conservative final hurdle, okay? So you could almost treat the getting really excited level as your basic confirmation, okay? I think once you got to here, it's pretty much a lock that you'd be seeing new all-time highs, okay? But if you wanted to, and I would say right now we are above my getting interested line. So right here is your getting interested line at $2.80. Getting interested. So I'm interested in this, and I'm going to stay interested in this. So while we're above the getting interested line, and that's the 0.236 level, okay, from the old high and the old low, looking good. And gee, what do you know? We're finding support around about there. You crack back below there, then we're getting back into the kind of normal range. We're getting back into that range, and then we're talking potential lower prices, okay? Let's stay above the getting interested line, and then the getting excited line is there. Getting really excited. So that's at $3.80 roughly. Yeah, $3.80-ish, and then the final hurdle of $5. But imagine taking a punt, and I'm not saying to do this, right? Imagine taking a punt and waiting to the getting really excited line. It starts closing months above the getting excited line, and then let's see what kind of profit you might be able to make. If you wait till the getting excited line, it starts closing months, not spiking, closing months above. Call it $4 even. Okay, let's call it $4. Let's say you decide to buy it $4 even, right there. Okay, and then you wait for the final hurdle. That's a 25% move. That's not bad. It's pretty good. Okay, not bad. But if you decided this is the getting really excited, and you listen to me, which you shouldn't, but if you listen to me and really said, as I'm saying, the final hurdle is probably here, but I'm just going to keep it there. Imagine buying in here at $4 and waiting to a new all-time high. Let's wait until the previous all-time high, because don't forget, double tops can be a thing. That's a 45% move. That's great. Why not? Okay, let's talk about potential higher prices, and I will stick with it for now. Again, from this high and this low, the 1.618 or the 2.618. Will I do it at that to be conservative? Yes, I will. I'll do profit-taking area. Now, this doesn't mean you sell everything here. It's just a profit-taking area of somewhere between here and here. Okay, what was going on there? Oh, okay, sorry, that's why. That is a rectangle, your profit-taking area. And I would say, there we go, profit-taking area. Not perfect, is it? There we go, profit-taking area of between $8.50 and $12.60. Imagine buying here after the getting really excited line at $4. Not here. You could buy here if you want, above the getting interested line, up to you. But imagine waiting just for confirmation. Imagine waiting for the confirmation of $4. It's still a great entry price. And then you decide you want to wait and take some profits. Gee, what do you know? That's around about 100%. That's actually technically 110%. Okay, imagine waiting for $4 confirmation and selling half of it at $8. You've recouped your initial investment. You're free riding the rest. Okay, great. And then imagine waiting, and then it gets up to, say, that level there of $12.60. You sell a little bit more. Okay, and then you just ride the wave. I would say probably I mean, I don't know how high uranium can go, but those are kind of the first little profit areas that I would look at between $8.50 and $12.60. And don't sell out of all of your stuff, because you never know, it could just shoot to the moon and just keep going and going for some reason into your, your 20s, your 30s, etc. Because, uranium and nuclear is a really hot sector. On the weekly time frame, just out of interest, couple little hurdles, weekly time frame, and then we'll get out of here, people. Here's your weekly, and we haven't broken that yet. Okay, so this could be an area where we head up to, say, getting excited, and then it doesn't confirm. Okay, we need to confirm above there. On the monthly time frame, here's the great thing about the monthly, though, and I'll show you this on the monthly. Ooh, Mama Cass with a ham sandwich. Okay, look at this. This is not exact. Okay, this is the relative strength index, but out of interest, we are so far above there. The month hasn't closed though, so you could really tick over from here. So we're looking, it's at a peak, it's at a potential peak, okay, and we're just at the getting interested line. So you could close the month potentially below the getting interested line. We don't want spikes. We want closes above. So just watch for that. If this starts to creep above here on the monthly time frame, you start creeping above. Here, you break that. Look at that. Very clear. Support. Support there. Resistance here. Right there. You start climbing above there. That's looking very good for multiple months gain in UROY. In my humble non-financial advice opinion, it'd be great to see it peak above there. I'd be waiting for confirmation above there. And then you've got so much room and so many more months to get into extremely overvalued. So it's up to you. Do you buy here before ultimate confirmation? I don't know. For me, I'd be waiting for ultimate confirmation of that above $4 and above. Okay, closing months above that, which would roughly coincide with closing above here. That's a great indicator to say, ooh, pumpy. That is UROY, people. Those are my things. You can watch this on the replay, and you can take a screenshot if you like for future reference. Final comments, and let's get out of here. And I will scroll down. Let's see. Tony Pearson says, you are very welcome, Joe. We, the chat fam, love you. I love you guys. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Tony is a champion. Absolutely. I've got to find the photo. It's in the crate and storage unit. I want you to find it. Super sticker. Super sticker. Nice. From Minister 988, a sparkling diamond. See, I've got to try and figure out the way that I can see that you're seeing this, when you're watching it on YouTube, you're seeing this come up as pretty and all that, but I just see it in my little feed here on my third-party program. Shucks. Yes, that is really nice. Very nice. I couldn't work out how to find the super chat. That's okay. I was wondering what that button does. Well, now you know. Thanks for that. Direct into the account means no YouTube fees. That's very true. That is so nice. It's hard to send a coffee while driving. That's okay. Just send me your love and send me your likes and your subscriptions, people. So hit the like button. That really helps with the algorithm. Super chats mean YouTube wets their beak, but look, YouTube's got to make money. So I agree with that. Capitalism, all that. Square with a dollar sign next to emoticons, right? Jason Ashworth says France's newest 4 nuclear power plants. I love Jason because he's always the voice of the other side. I love it. France's newest 4 nuclear power plants haven't produced any electricity since 2022 due to discovery of cracks. Ooh. In the cooling system. Bit of nuance in the safety of nuclear. There's always nuance, of course. Of course there's nuance. But here's the thing. They did a very good job they detected cracks, and look, stuff's going to happen. Builds aren't perfect. So they detected the cracks and they did the very right thing and didn't go, let's just keep going. So good on them. Okay, so that's great. So they'll plug the cracks and then they'll up and go. But France has been on, they have a lot more than 4 nuclear power reactors. and they've been going great guns for a long, long time. Nuclear is the way to go. It's the cheapest. It is the cheapest it is the cheapest form of energy. It's the greenest form of energy production currently that there is. The only pollution is steam, and nuclear waste is very easily stored. You can store it on site. A number of years ago, they just realized you don't have to bury it in the ground or underground in the Mariana Trench and anything like that. They just realized, we can just store it on site. And it's really easy. And you can do it for a very long, long time. So it's incredibly safe. It's incredibly cheap. Now, to talk about the cheap thing for a second with nuclear, you have to, people who go, it's so expensive, but nuclear power plants are like billions and billions of dollars to get up. Yeah, but one nuclear power plant can last decades. All right. So when you spread that cost over that time, nuclear power is the cheapest form of energy. It is. And it's the greenest. So it is the way the world's going. And whether or not you're pro-nuclear, whether or not you're anti-nuclear, it doesn't matter anyway, because the direction it's going in that direction. There's nothing you can do about it. And I wasn't saying that to you, Jason. I'm saying that to everyone. Let's see. Final comments, my lovely people. Green energy equals power shortages. Jason, we're talking solar and wind power and all that sort of stuff. Meaning Australia, shutting our coal-fired plants is either stupid or on purpose. It's all part of the plan. No, that's called DEI. That's called DEI, I think. In my humble, my humble opinion, not financial advice. Thanks, Joe. No problem, people. Like and subscribe. We're at the end of the show. This has been Good Morning, Stackers. Grab your tasty beverages because we are going to dance it out, people. I'm going to start doing the outro as an intro as well for the start of the show too, because it's such a funky song. Let's dance it out, people. This has been Good Morning, Stackers. Oh yeah, we're feeling fine. Good Morning, Stackers. It's podcast time. Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronised.
In 3, 2, 1. Slurp it, baby. Oh, thanks for watching. What's going to happen tomorrow? You never know. You'll get another weekdaily live show with me tomorrow morning. Stay safe, stay informed. Keep stacking, people. Have an amazing day.